How's it going, guys? Topic for today's video, why minimalism is so important. So I've had a lot of comments or a lot of questions asking me to do more videos on minimalism, and I think it's such an important topic for two main reasons why it's so important. One, it affects your personal life, and two, it affects kind of the outward world, the environment around you. So it affects your personal life mainly just by when you declutter and simplify your life, is that it really frees up a lot of mental thoughts and provides a lot of mental clarity in your life. So as opposed to always thinking about all this stuff that you have and always thinking about wanting to acquire more stuff and I have all this other stuff and I have to get rid of it, I have to sell it. Or you could be like, I want to move to another province, or I want to move to another state or to another country and I have all this stuff and I have to get rid of this stuff. Do I sell the stuff? Do I just donate it? What do I do with all this stuff? I just have so much of it. Maybe I can give it away to my neighbor across the street. He can take my stuff. He's got lots of stuff. And our lives really just become so consumed by all the stuff that we have in our life. So the idea with minimalism is to focus your life not completely getting rid of all the stuff that you have. It's to focus your life around the things that matter most to you. So what do you value in your life? If you don't value having like really nice furniture, for example, then why are you going out and buying like the nicest furniture set? Are you doing it to impress your parents? Are you doing it to impress your friends? Like a lot of the purchases that people make is not necessarily for themselves. It's usually to maintain an image of how they want to present themselves to the people around them. Like for example, you can see here, we are literally sitting on cushions because we got rid of our couch because we're moving. And when we move down to Arizona, like we really don't care if we have nice furniture. But the things that we do care about, for example, our camera gear, our computers, things that actually add a lot of value to our life. Having nice furniture, for example, like super nice luxury furniture, we don't really care about. Something else that we care about a lot is basically everything that we use to make food. So food and photography and videos are basically our three main passions between Hannah and I. And we absolutely love it, right? So anything else in our life is really not that, it's really not that important. So you're not really gonna see us buying a ton of like random stuff that really doesn't make sense in our lifestyle. We know what we value, we know what we love, and we base our life around those things. And when you can declutter and get rid of all that noise in your life, all that stuff that you really just don't need, you're so much more able just to focus on the things that matter most to you. And for us, that's providing value through YouTube videos, through creating awesome recipe books and programs for people to help them lose weight and regain their health, things like that actually add value to our life. But if we're constantly distracted by all this other noise and crap in our life, then that deters us away from our own message. And the other important reason about minimalism is how it affects the environment. I've watched so many documentaries how certain industries are destroying the environment. For example, obviously animal agriculture is a big one. The clothing industry, that is a huge one. Building homes and stuff, that's a big industry that generates a lot of waste. The natural gas industry, that generates so much pollution. And there's just all these different industries that produce a lot of environmental destruction. The point for minimalism is to not consume any product, because I understand that we're all not going to be, Buddhist monks. We're all not going to go live in a temple and sit around and meditate all day long. A lot of us, we want to be, quote unquote, like game changers, and we want to get out there and we want to make a difference in the world. And that does require consuming products, consuming electronics and stuff like that. And obviously we want to do our best with that, but that doesn't mean that we are not going to be consuming any items for the rest of our life. Like that just doesn't really make any sense to me, right? But what we can do is we can really minimize the amount of the stuff in our life that doesn't really matter. And how that affects the environment is there's less materials that need to be mined and excavated from the ground, which includes like precious metals and stuff, as well as cotton and other crops in order to make clothing, as well as like, some of the more simple things like simplifying or minimizing the amount of cardboard and paper that you might use in your life. So that reduces the amount of trees that need to be cut down. So if you kind of make these conscious little changes in your life around focusing around the things that matter and not buying a lot of this superfluous stuff that doesn't really matter to you, It's an environmental decision. It really helps you to focus on the things that matter. So then you're not going to be so distracted by all the clutter in your life, and you're also going to be doing something good for the environment as well. So why is minimalism so important? It brings peace and clarity to your mind, just to be able to focus on the things that matter most when you really start to declutter your life. And it's also a very important environmental benefit as well, because we live in a consumer society that is based upon the principles of cyclical consumption, where it's just like consume, consume, consume over and over and over again, rather than actually just like focusing on the things that matter and just pouring our resources into that, as opposed to, you know, buying new shades every year or something like that. Like, I don't know, just random stuff, right? I hope that makes sense. If you guys have any more questions or comments about minimalism, definitely leave them in the box below. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Peace out.